Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Short's Brew. It's their Good Humans Dry Hopped Double Brown Ale. This one coming in at 8% ABV. And I find this funny. We're humans. We're the best thing ever. There you go. That's how they describe themselves. There's the bottle cap. A couple of kind of dancing legs there. Let's see what we get from this beer. Now, this is the first beer I've tried from Short's Brew. And I've just had a whacking great aroma from a good 300 millimeters away of hops after I cracked that cap. And that is what I want from my beer. Beer in the glass. It's bottle conditioned. It's a dark brown beer. It's a little kind of muddy looking, like you've kind of come across a clear puddle and you've gone like that with a stick and it's all kind of mushed up and hazy and all sorts. Yeah, it was a one finger, small head, slightly off white, just dissipated quickly. The carbonation is fizzing away nicely. There you go, there's the carbonation. I'm going to get my nose into this beer then. Oh wow, wow, it's a mixture for me of, yes, them lovely, fantastic American hops that they've used, but that kind of brown ale, slightly burnt toffee, slightly roasted caramel and coffee and bitter chocolate. Oh, and it's got such a pungent aroma. I've reviewed 2 American beers tonight. If you watch my channel on a daily basis, I'll be posting this first and then the other beers after, and they've been more than slightly disappointing. This smells like a different kettle of fish entirely. I'm going to dig in. Cheers. And oh yes, 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 and more yes, this is what American beer is all about. It's full on, lovely mouthfeel, it's creamy, it's rich, nice carbonation, there's a nice sweet malt, but with that sweetness carries a chocolate bitterness from the malt. It's slightly burnt toffee, burnt caramel. Oh, it's wonderful. It's that roasted malt, and then when you've finished with the malt, the hops kick in towards the end of the palate, and that gives you a balance to the beer, which you need. Just trust me, you need it. Let's carry on, let's taste and I'll explain more. Let's talk about the hops. Okay, so there's that malty side I was talking about. Now we're moving into the second territory of the kind of the taste. And that is a great, you're moving away from that chocolate bitterness from the malt. It's very kind of distinct. You know it is that chocolate bitterness from the malt. It moves over into a lovely tropical mango, pine needle, fresh pine. You picked up some pine needles off the forest floor. You've rubbed them together. You got your nose into it, and it's that lovely fresh hop taste. And then and then there's the bitterness. It's a bitterness that's very acceptable because there's a lot of fruit flavours of mango and pine and grapefruit and lemon, and it's that makes that bitterness acceptable. The beers, or the first beer I reviewed tonight, oh hell, who cares? It's from Stevens Point Brewery. It was their IPA. It had everything. It had, well, let me start again. It had a lot of bitterness, but not a lot else. And you think, oh, where's all that? Where are them kind of fruity flavours to go with it? This has got it, but it has the malt as well. It's got that lovely malty beginning, which it sets the beer off. If you're inexperienced, if you go out and you try a lot of different beers, there's a reason why you go back to a certain few, and that is because it's a picture. It's a whole picture. It's not just half of a picture. It's not a quarter. It's got to be the real deal. It's got to have malt and hops and depth and even flavours from the yeast and the fresh water that they probably use in the brew. And this has it all. For an 8% beer, it's so drinkable. So drinkable. And that espresso coffee that I've just... This is the thing with craft beer. Every taste could be different, because what you're doing with your mind, you're plucking flavours, and the next time you take a sip, you're ignoring the flavour you just kind of experienced, and you're moving on to the next flavour in your mind. So this time it's like espresso coffee, and then a malty kind of hoppy, should I say, hoppy finish. This is a top quality brew. I can't emphasize it enough. It's an imperial strength. They call it double brown ale. In America it's either double, imperial. It all means 8% or over. And this, for me, this is top class. I'm going to let the beer talk. I'm going to rate it and let you guys go out and buy it and try it, because I think it's fantastic. It's a really good beer. This beer for me, it gets a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It's just made my night. My night was kind of falling around the wayside of average American craft beer, and it's not often I say that. I go for American craft beer because I love the experience, I love the flavours, and for the first time in the 3.5 years I've been reviewing beer, it's been, oh no, what's going on? I want more from this. But this beer, this short brew, has saved the day. It's made my evening. Thanks for watching me, Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to my daily beer reviews, and cheers.